have awoke to another beautiful, spectacular morning here along the beautiful and spectacular Trent Severn Waterway. Today we're just going to carry on moving downbound. Just want to make mention that the first order of business was to change my minder marker as we are now heading downstream, so the greens will be on the right. The green lateral buoys, the markers, day beacons, the greens will be on the right from here all the way down to Trent. So if you're wondering what a minder, if you're wondering what a marker minder is, I've got 2 videos on my channel. Look it up. If I get a chance, if I remember, I'll leave a link to them. Anyway, so like I said, we're going to carry on. There's no real plan as to where we're going to go today. We're just going to keep heading this way and get to wherever. It is 9:30. We'll have just after 9 o'clock from the top of the Kirkfield lift lock where we spent last night. The spectacular sunset last night. I was up a little bit later than I was hoping to do. I stayed up till just after 10 o'clock and watched the dusk sky because it was so beautiful, facing west. Yeah, it was really, really pretty. And other thing of note was that I went swimming yesterday for the first time in 2 years. Last year, 2021, was the first year in my life that I have not been in the water, not been in swimming. It was just one of those years. It was cool, rainy all the time, just not conducive to jumping in the water. So I miss that. It was great to jump back in the water and go for a swim. It was good, really good. Actually, I dove underneath the boat because the approach to Kirkfield lift lock is Canal Lake, which is very, very weedy. I've shared that with you in the past. And we definitely hooked up something. So when we got there and when I went swimming, I dove under the boat with the GoPro, did a quick look and saw that on the port engine at least, the starboard had cleared off. Discovered that there was stuff, weeds wrapped around the shaft on the port side. So I got my goggles, my brand new diving goggles, first time I ever wore them, and went down underneath and pulled off a big clump that was just, it's like, it was like it was tied around the shaft. So I'm happy I did that and happy to have a swim. So yeah, we're just going to carry on and move this way and hope that we don't run into any issues on the Trent Severn Waterway. More about that later. So as we pass through the Kirkfield cut, heading down to Balsam Lake, I was just commenting that how quiet it's been. We have not passed one boat. We passed one fishing boat that was just sitting there trolling and a dinghy, but he looked like he was out fishing as well. But this is looper season, and again, if you want to know what a looper is, I'm going to refer to loopers a lot in this video and my subsequent videos. Hope to leave a link down in the description. Just look up my video called Loopers and Looper Boats, and that will explain to you what I'm talking about. But as this is looper season, we expect to see quite a few of them. Now the issue is ongoing issues at the Big Chute Marine Railway, Lock 44, which is way behind us, which we will not pass through on this trip. They have staffing issues, whatever. The story changes every couple of days, but the problem is they have a big backlog of boats that they're trying to process and get through there. But the issue that occurred yesterday is between Lock 20 and the Peterborough lift lock, yeah, 21. Inexplicably, the night before, the canal was almost completely drained. But yeah, the water level just dropped down to maybe 2 feet in the canal, which obviously was not conducive to navigating. So there was a big backlog of loopers at the bottom of Lock 20, just this side of Peterborough, and they couldn't get through because they had to wait for the staff to refill the canal. So it wasn't until 2:30 yesterday afternoon that they were actually able to traverse that section. So this leads to the issue is now you had the boats that were already there in the morning to get going, plus anything that has come up behind them. So you can have a backlog, or at least they would have had a backlog. And now we're going to be, or at least we should be at some point today, starting to see those many boats. And I'm talking when I say, we're not talking hundreds, but we're talking dozens of boats for sure. Probably 30-40 boats, if not more. And that doesn't sound like a lot of vessels. However, given the fact that many, including ourselves, like to spend our overnights at the locks, and as I've shared with you many times in the past, the lock walls where you can tie up is very limited. Some you might get 2 big boats, maybe 3. Others upwards of 6 or 8, but there's not a lot of them where you can do that. So for us, as we are moving along today, not knowing where we're going to get to, we're just hoping that once we arrive there, that there will be a spot for us to tie up.